Have you ever wondered how energy efficient your school is compared to other schools in the nation? Maybe you didn't realize that you can find out fairly easily and for free. That's what this video series is all about, benchmarking your school's energy performance in Energy Star's Portfolio Manager. Energy efficiency is one of the 5 significant aspects of a green school, which also includes indoor air quality, recycling, water efficiency, and site conservation. This video series includes this introduction and a number of other videos covering the various steps to benchmarking your school and getting a score. Step 1 being space attributes, Step 2, energy use, Step 3, setting up for a score, and Step 4, understanding your score. So what is benchmarking? Simply, it is a comparison. In this chart, we see a comparison of schools' energy use. And we're comparing annual energy use per square foot. Now, if you look closely, you can see School C is using the most annual energy use per square foot of all the schools on this graph. School E is using the least, and the other schools are using various amounts in between. But if you look at the highest energy using school, it is almost double what the lowest is. So finding out how much energy your school uses is a very important first step. Why do we want to benchmark? Well, energy costs are a very significant part of the budget, and it is a good indicator of energy performance. It's going to highlight opportunities for improvement and give us a sense of the magnitude of the potential for improvement. Remember, in the graph, School C uses almost twice as much energy per square foot as School E. That's a very significant finding. So the way we're going to benchmark with Energy Star's Portfolio Manager is we are going to get a score based on the data that we put in that has to do with our school. This Energy Star score is part of EPA's Energy Performance Scoring System, and it's a percentile ranking from 1 to 100. The Energy Information Agency did a survey of schools with about 3,000 to 4,000 schools in the sample size, and normalizing for weather and other factors, they came up with a curve of energy performance. And in this curve, the highest energy users get a low score. The lowest energy use, which is use per square foot, gets the highest score. And if you get a score, and again this score is a percentile ranking, if your score is 75 or higher, then you could be eligible for recognition through the Energy Stars recognition program. So there's basically 4 steps to how you use Portfolio Manager to benchmark your school. The first step is you're going to have to gather space attribute data. Next, you're going to have to find energy use data. Then you're going to put that information into Portfolio Manager and get a score. And finally, we have to understand what that score means. And just to remind you, there are separate videos for each of these steps. There are 8 space attributes that we're going to be working with. Several of them have to do with floor area, and some of them just simply operational type attributes that relate to your school. The next includes energy use data, and we're going to look at reading electric bills and natural gas bills and other energy bills, and we're also going to look at how to read a meter. The next is energy data and getting a score. Basically, we're going to set up a Portfolio Manager account, add a property, a space, and a meter for each of your fuel types, and then we're going to check your score. And when you get your score, that's when you're going to find out how energy efficient your school is compared to other schools in the nation. Once you get your score, it's important to understand what your score means So you need to assess your score and also be able to relate it to potential cost savings. What is the magnitude of the potential cost savings? That is a key piece of information that this is going to help you with. For example, if your school receives a score of 27, that's kind of low. How much would your school save in energy costs by improving to an average school, which would be a 50? What are the potential cost saving opportunities? That's what we're going to get to in this series of videos. So this concludes our introduction on benchmarking your school's energy performance and Energy Star's Portfolio Manager.